First take, how to ring the bell. Go.
Nityanandam, today we are going to learn how to do Mahaarti. And the first thing in Mahaarti is you should be able to ring the bell. Simultaneously, you should do the Aarti. You should not do this because it is a very sacred ritual of all these different lamps. We are showing it to Paramashiva or to Swamiji. So we should not be in a state of where I'm not able to have the body mind control. We should be able to. So a very easy way to ring the bell is you hold it like this in your left hand. You hold it like this, all your fingers holding the bell, or hold like this. For some people, if they hold like this, they feel it easier. For some people, it's like this. And when the bell is slipping, again just lift it and just catch it like this while you're doing the aarti. If you feel that your bell is slipping slowly, just catch it like this, or either keep it on a table and lift it properly. So when you hold it like this, you will feel the grip over here. So because you can see this shape is there in the bell, so your thumb will actually not slip off so easily. It will be nice and tight. So just only your forearm will move. Only the forearm and the wrist will move. So it's just one piece. You won't just be shaking the wrist alone. Only your forehand. You will not be shaking the whole hand. You will not shake. Only from the forearm and the fingers you will be moving. And keep it nice and close to you. You don't need to keep it like this, how we do in the Shiva Puja, or don't keep the bell like this. Just keep it nice and close to you, so you feel the grip, and then you are able to also ring the bell. So just keep it like this and just ring. And nowhere in between of the aarti, example, if you're doing the adakati, you'll be doing this. So nowhere you'll be ramming the bell like this and shaking it and all that. For the whole time, you will just be only one bell, only one ting 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 ting. It should not be ting 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 ting. It should not come. Only one beat will come. And when you want to stop, you have to like that. You can shake it. So when you do that, it means like you stop. So now I'll be showing the Adkarti first. Now Adkarti, you can either do it with one hand, or you can, most of the times when we do the Mahaarti and we have the big Adkarti, this is a very small one compared to the bigger ones. When we do that, we can use two hands. Otherwise, if there is a very small Adkarti which has maybe just 3 layers, then you can maybe use the bell also. So you stand in front facing the stage, or facing Paramashiva, and first lift it up. Lift it up and then come down, and then after that you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now fifth, when you're in the first fifth, first time when you do 5 counts, you should be on the topmost part, and again you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you'll be in the left hand corner. You'll be in the left hand corner over here. So this will be the 5th count. You'll again come back to the lowest point, and then from here you'll raise it up, but don't go in circles. Always you should only go clockwise. When you go anti-clockwise, it is very inauspicious. So you don't go anti-clockwise, just lift it up and again then go in a circle. 1, 2, and third one. And once the third one is over, either you can just go to the right and then go back like this, or after the third circle you can directly lift the aarti up and come down. Both times we lift the aarti up and then we'll come down. And make sure you never go like this. Always the aarti should be straight. Don't try, oh my hand is paining, and then do all this kind of going in circles. If you are in that kind of state, please don't do the aarti. Make someone else do it. So this is the Adka Aarti. And next is the Nakshatra Aarti. Nakshatra Aarti is the same way. You go up, come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again you come topmost point at 5th count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again you came to this left hand corner in the 5th count, and then you go 1, you go to the topmost point, and then you do nice big circle 3 times. 1, 2, and third one. And then after that you can go up and come down. In this also, please don't do this. For all the aartis to be safe, make sure you always keep it straight. So you have to just fix the point. Your wrist will only move to make sure that it's straight. So please don't make sure that if you do this, because many times what will happen if camphor is over here and you do this, it will fall on your hand. Right here it will fall and it will cause big burns. So now that is over. Now we'll be going to the Kelai Aarti. So Kelai Aarti is the one which has 5 or 7, many times it will change, maybe 6, 7, and 1 in the center. So Kelai Aarti also same thing. You might see in some temples they will do with both the hands, but for when we are doing the Maha Aarti, we will use only one hand and the other hand will ring the bell. So Kelai Aarti, same thing. You go up, and then after that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again you come to this left hand corner, and then after that you go 1, and then after that you go 1, 2, and 3. And you can go lightly, don't go like this or anything, just lightly come back and go in front. When you do the aarti, Swamiji has told that we should never be like a stiff person, like this. Don't go like a robot. Be very graceful as possible. Let the hand movements be nice and wide, and let your hip move. Don't keep it stiff and then do this. Always your hip should move. And Swamiji has told that when you do aarti, you should just be in that oneness with the deity and the song. Should just keep thinking. Next is the Mushika Aarti. Mushika Aarti is basically the representing the Mooladhara Chakra. This is how it's been thought that the Mushika is the vehicle of Ganesha. So that is the Mooladhara Chakra. So even for these aartis, you'll go up, come down, and then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you'll come to the left hand corner, and then again you'll go up, and then after that 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you'll go up, and then you come down. For this also you can do like this. It doesn't need to be like this. You don't need to be stiff. Nice graceful turn, and then you can lift it up and then bring it down. So this is the Mooladhara Chakra. The Mushika will be the first one. Second is the Mayura. Mayura represents Subramanya, and Subramanya is the Swadhisthana Chakra. Swadhisthana Chakra is there below the navel center. So for this also we'll be doing how we did for Mushika. And next is the Surya. Surya represents the Manipuraka, which is the navel center. And next is Kamadhenu. Kamadhenu is she is like the divine cow that represents Vishnu. So she is the one who represents Vishnu, as she is not just a cow but she is a mother. So this will be the fourth one. And the fifth one is the Vishuddhi Chakra. And Vishuddhi Chakra is Devi. Devi Parashakti herself resides in the Vishuddhi Chakra, and the representation for Devi is the Simha. Next is the Nandi. Nandi represents the Agnya Chakra and represents Shiva. So this is the sixth one. Next is the seventh, the Paramahamsa, which represents the seventh chakra in our body, which is the Sahasrar Chakra, and it also represents the Guru. And continuing to that is the Kailasa mountain, which also is representing the Guru, and then is the banyan tree also. All these, the last three, are just the representation of the Guru. So this is the Kalpa Vriksha. Now we'll be moving to the other upacharas. First one is the mirror. The mirror, it will be very similar to the other artis. So first you will go up, and then you will come down, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for this, please don't go in circles. Once you come to this left hand corner, go in a, not a circle, but you will not go like this. You will go like this, and then you will show. You will actually, you are not bowling, but once you come here, you take it like this, and then show in front. Like this 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Once you do that, just raise it up and bring it down. And then next one is the Chandra and Surya. So this is also, you will be showing it and bring it down, and then same what you did for the mirror, you will be doing it for this also. Next we have the Paramahamsa, and for the Paramahamsa also you will be showing it, and then what you did for the mirror, you will be doing it for that. Then you have the flag. Flag also you will do how you did for the mirror. Same thing, you will be doing it for the flag. After the flag, the next change will be the fan. Traditional hand fan. You will lift it up like this. Don't lift it up like this or like this. You lift it up like this, and then bring it down, and then you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you come like that, you will come in this, like you will come in this kind of position. You will take it from this side, and then you will take it to the side and lift it up. And then 1, 2, and 3. And then for this one, you will not again lift it like this and show. Once you have done that, you will pass it on. And next is the umbrella. Umbrella is also not very different, but I'll show you. So first you lift it, and when you do the umbrella, you can rotate it like this so that it looks more beautiful. So lift it and then bring it down, and then from right to left you will go 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So once you stop there, again you do 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Again you will bring it to the left hand corner, and then you can rotate it and bring it up, and then just do this 3 times.